Hello everybody, today is the 25th of June and as always, we're gonna tell the pain story. This pain story will change a lot of people's life, visualizing into what something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So are you ready? Let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now there's a dog inside the room. I'm gonna read this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sleep, lick or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct? The dog or the human? The answer is both correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy. Then for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me, so I'm going to put this thing on the table. Then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? It is still a pen or a chewing toy. It becomes almost nothing, neither a pen nor a chewing toy, right? And the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very much good definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Ishin Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? This thing currently on the table, well, there is no human, no dog. It comes back to true self, and we call it the emptiness. So the emptiness is not darkness, it's not blackness, it's not nothingness. The emptiness is just self and doesn't interact with anyone. And in reality, whether we are human, animal, object, or trees, we all have the emptiness, right? When we come back to our true self, we don't interact with anything or anyone. But then, come back to the pen story. As soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog comes back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I comes back to the room at the very same time, we both look at this at the very same time, this is going to become. It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, when there's no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it come back to true self, we call it the emptiness. But it's also interact with self. When it interact with someone or something, it has the potential to become anything or anyone depending on who one is looking at that at the very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is the pen itself, the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to believe this will become diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. One hand. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are settings inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls as karma. When we see something, the settings that our mind pop up, open up and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted those seeds into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind. Only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our word, by our actions, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, when I hold on to this, I'm going to say that I have a pen. We do not have this pen. And when my friend say, yes, please, I'll be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I do this palm open up and both me and my friend will see it. And it's starting to mark in my mind. a couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen is already been planted into my mind. And now pop up, open it, and cover this the main seed for what had been planted already into my mind. And this is how a pen become a pen, and anything surround us become whatever they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both correct. So we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So just your potential, just the potential of everyone and everything around you, just the potential whatever happened to you. The third lesson is everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to you. Don't blame anyone, because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And last but not least, is a very important lesson is how to create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So first, you have to know what you want to create in you, what you want to achieve in your dream life, and then second, we start planting those seeds of word or action our thoughts toward other people. For instance, we want to have a happiness, then we start planting the happiness seeds in our word, our action, our thoughts toward other people, helping other people to be happier. If we want to have our prosperity, then we use our word, action, our thoughts toward other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want, making sure you use your word, your action, your thoughts to other people as well. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today. Actually, if you notice, I've been telling the past story and I keep looking outside. And the reason for me to keep looking outside is that I just noticed. I think that I just noticed bird. I think 2 birds are trying to build their nest, and it's still pretty. It's still pretty cute. And it seems like, the nest is like right outside my window. I can see it. I'm not sure if they are baby bird, but then I hope that it's gonna be okay. Because the past couple of days been really, really sunny, really hot. And with this area is actually a very nice area in Hanoi. In Hanoi to have this greenery in Hanoi, say the central of Hanoi. And I do hope that, but then there's the planning that they will reconstruct the whole area into diplomatic compound. So this one itself is already a diplomatic compound, but then they will they will reconstruct, build again. So not sure how this family, the nest of the birds and all the animals around here. That is something that in my mind I always wonder what's gonna happen to them once they rebuild the whole area. I do hope that they will somehow keep some big trees, so we will still have the greenery in the area as well. Um, but then but that is something that I would like to share with you. Just outside. The lesson that I would like to share with you is actually coming from whatever happened yesterday. So in the morning, remember when I shared my pen story lesson with you, I told you that I didn't get up in the morning to run and I feel very tired, right? And I told you that in the afternoon we will run. And indeed, actually, we ran. My daughter and I, we ran together. We more like a jogging together. And I feel very, very happy because she's not as resistant as she used to be, and she was actually quite pleasant to run with, and I feel very proud of her being able to finish that whole around 4 kilometers, and then including walking back, so it's around 5 kilometers total for her. That is something that we were really proud of her. And I see this as in the beginning when I couldn't run in the morning, I see this as a chance to remedy what I was supposed to do. And I also look at this as something very challenging, because normally my daughter is not very happy, was not very pleasant when she had to do exercise. But then it turned out to be something very pleasant and something I'm very happy with. So I think, it's the potential right there. You see what it is, you prepare for the worst of it, but then you also try to see to work to the highest potential of it. And then when it turned out to be that potential, it's gonna be a nice surprise for you, right? So that is something I can relate into the second lesson. So thank you so much everyone for listening to me today. Thank you everyone for coming me in the 3000 HOD. And if I may share with you the past story of my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my co-workers, to my neighbors, or to any living things in this world and any other world. With love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day.